the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in the binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No mic, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune and turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just a vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. In shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go.
Communities differ in the extent to which they stigmatize the newer forms of language, but I have never yet met anyone who greeted them with applause. Some older citizens welcome the new music and dances, the new electronic devices and computers. But no one has ever been heard to say, "It's wonderful the way young people talk today. It's so much better than the way we talked when I was a kid." The most general and most deeply held belief about language is the Golden Age principle. At some time in the past, language was in a state of perfection. It is understood that in such a state, every sound was correct and beautiful, and every word and expression was proper, accurate, and appropriate. Furthermore, the decline from that state has been regular and persistent, so that every change represents a falling away from the Golden Age, rather than a return to it. Every new sound will be heard as ugly, and every new expression will be heard as improper, inaccurate, and inappropriate. Given this principle, it is obvious that language change must be interpreted as nonconformity to established norms, and that people will reject changes in the structure of language when they become aware of them. William Labov, Principles of Linguistic Change, Volume 2, Social Factors 2001, p. 514. William Labov was a pioneering American linguist, widely regarded as the founder of variationist sociolinguistics. He revolutionized the study of language by demonstrating how linguistic variation is systematically linked to social factors like class, ethnicity, and gender. His influential work, particularly on dialects in New York City and Martha's Vineyard, established quantitative methods for analyzing language change in progress and showed that non-standard dialects possess their own complex rules and validity. William Labov was born in Passaic, New Jersey, on December 4, 1927, and grew up in Rutherford and Fort Lee, New Jersey. He pursued his undergraduate studies at Harvard University, graduating in 1948 with a degree in English and philosophy, and also studied chemistry. After college, Labov initially worked as an industrial chemist in his family's business from 1949 to 1961. This decade-long experience in a scientific field, with its emphasis on empirical observation and quantitative analysis, significantly influenced his later approach to linguistics, fostering a rigorous, data-driven perspective that was somewhat unique in the field at the time. William Labov's journey into linguistics, though initiated later in his career, was marked by an immediate and profound impact on the field. His formal transition began in 1961 when he enrolled in graduate school at Columbia University. Here, he encountered a pivotal figure in his academic development, the influential linguist Uriel Weinreich. Weinreich, known for his work on language contact and multilingualism, became Labov's significant mentor, fostering an environment that encouraged empirical rigor and a focus on language in real-world social contexts. This mentorship proved crucial in shaping Labov's distinctive approach, moving away from purely theoretical or prescriptive linguistics. Labov's master's thesis, completed in 1962, was a groundbreaking study on the dialect of Martha's Vineyard. This research demonstrated that linguistic variation was not random but systematically influenced by social factors. Specifically, he observed how the pronunciation of certain vowel sounds by vineyard residents, particularly the island's fishermen, became a marker of local identity and resistance against the influx of summer tourists. This study was revolutionary because it showed language change in progress and linked it directly to social motivations, a stark departure from previous linguistic studies that often focused on static linguistic structures or historical changes long after they had occurred. Labov's innovative quantitative methods, including systematic interviews and acoustic analysis of speech, provided empirical evidence for his claims, a methodological innovation for the time. Following this, his PhD dissertation in 1964 focused on the social stratification of English in New York City. This even larger-scale study investigated how variations in pronunciation, particularly the use of post-vocalic R as in fourth floor, correlated with social class and stylistic formality among speakers in different department stores. Labov meticulously demonstrated that higher social classes tended to pronounce the R more frequently, especially in more formal speech styles. This research solidified his argument that linguistic variation is an orderly heterogeneity, directly reflecting social hierarchies and aspirations within a speech community. Both his Martha's Vineyard and New York City studies were instrumental in laying the very foundation for variationist sociolinguistics, a paradigm that fundamentally shifted the focus of linguistic inquiry towards analyzing language as it is used by real people in their social environments, employing rigorous quantitative methods to uncover the systematic nature of linguistic variation and change. After his foundational work in the 1960s, William Labov continued to expand the field of variationist sociolinguistics with extensive research into various aspects of language change and variation. He joined the faculty of the University of Pennsylvania in 1971, where he became a prominent figure and mentored many future linguists. One of his significant areas of focus was African American Vernacular English AAVE, which he argued should be recognized as a valid dialect with its own systematic rules, challenging the prevailing view that it was simply substandard English. His work on AAVE, documented in Language in the Inner City, Studies in Black English Vernacular 1972, was instrumental in shifting academic and public perceptions. He even testified in a federal lawsuit in Ann Arbor, Michigan, in 1979, advocating for black students facing language barriers in school. William Labov's enduring legacy in linguistics is deeply intertwined with his extensive research into sound change in American English. He moved beyond simply documenting differences in regional accents to systematically investigating how and why these changes occur over time. His most comprehensive theoretical work on this topic is the multi-volume series, Principles of Linguistic Change. This monumental undertaking, published across several decades, Volume I, Internal Factors, 1994, Volume II, Social Factors, 2001, Volume 3, Cognitive and Cultural Factors, 2010, dissects the intricate mechanisms and underlying motivations that drive linguistic shifts. In these volumes, Labov lays out a framework for understanding sound change, considering not only the inherent tendencies within language systems' internal factors but also the crucial role played by social dynamics, social factors, and even how human cognition and cultural practices influence the spread and adoption of new pronunciations, cognitive and cultural factors. Building on this theoretical foundation, Labov, in collaboration with Sharon Ash and Charles Boberg, published the highly influential Atlas of North American English, Phonetics, Phonology, and Sound Change 2006. This was a truly large-scale empirical project. Instead of relying on traditional dialect geography methods that often involved asking people about specific words, Labov and his team conducted extensive telephone surveys of speakers in urban areas across the United States and Canada. They meticulously recorded and acoustically analyzed the speech of hundreds of individuals, providing an unprecedented, detailed snapshot of the pronunciation patterns in North American English at the turn of the 21st century. One of the most striking and counterintuitive findings from the Atlas was the revelation that, despite widespread beliefs about the homogenization of American English due to mass media, regional dialects were in fact diverging, not converging. This divergence was primarily driven by ongoing vowel change shifts. A change shift occurs when the pronunciation of one vowel moves in phonetic space, leaving a gap that is then filled by another vowel, which in turn shifts, creating a domino effect. The Atlas meticulously mapped the progression of several such shifts, the Northern Cities Vowel Shift (NCVS). This is a prominent and well-studied sound change affecting cities around the Great Lakes region, e.g. Chicago, Detroit, Buffalo, Cleveland. It involves a complex, clockwise rotation of 6 short vowel sounds. For example, the vowel in cat is raised and fronted, sounding more like kiat, while the vowel in cot is fronted, sounding more like cot, and cot then moves to fill the space left by cot. This shift creates a very distinctive accent for speakers in this region. The southern shift, conversely, in the American South, Labov and his colleagues documented a different set of coordinated vowel changes. A key feature of the southern shift is the monophthongization of the AI vowel as in I or time, causing it to lose its off-glide and sound more like a. Additionally, other vowels shift, contributing to the characteristic southern drawl and often resulting in words like pen and pin merging or being pronounced very similarly. Throughout his career, Labov also contributed significantly to the study of narrative analysis, examining how individuals structure and recount personal experiences. He remained an active researcher and publisher even after his retirement from teaching in 2014, continuing to shape the understanding of language as a dynamic system deeply intertwined with social life. William Labov's enduring influence spans various linguistic domains. His early life in diverse New Jersey likely fostered an interest in language variation. At Penn 1971 to 2014, his mentorship shaped countless sociolinguists. Beyond AAVE, his work touched on child language acquisition and narrative discourse analysis. He received numerous accolades, including the 2020 Talcott Parsons Prize, adding to his 2013 Franklin Medal. His 1979 Ann Arbor testimony influenced language education policy. While best known for variationism, he also explored bilingualism and language contact. His quantitative method significantly impacted computational linguistics. Despite critiques regarding AAVE and change shifts, his personality and collaborations, e.g. with Gillian Sankoff, drove his career. Labov's methods gained global adoption, influencing international sociolinguistics and studies of language attitudes, even after his 2014 retirement until his passing in 2024. I have resisted the term sociolinguistics for many years, since it implies that there can be a successful linguistic theory or practice which is not social. William Labov. References. Tom Avril October 22, 2012. Penn linguist Labov wins Franklin Institute Award. The Philadelphia Inquirer. Retrieved October 23, 2012. Pioneering sociolinguist William Labov receiving Social Science Prize. American Academy of Arts and Sciences. January 29, 2020. Retrieved January 30, 2020. E.g. in the opening chapter of the Handbook of Language Variation and Change ed. Chambers et al. Blackwell 2002, J.K. Chambers writes that variationist sociolinguistics had its effective beginnings only in 1963, the year in which William Labov presented the first sociolinguistic research report. The dedication page of the handbook says that Labov's ideas imbue every page. Labov, William, How I Got into Linguistics. www.ling.upenn.edu. Retrieved March 27, 2023. Wheeler, R. January 14, 2016. So much research, so little change, teaching standard English in African American classrooms. Annual Review of Linguistics. 2. 367-390. doi 10.1146 Anurev Linguistics 011415-040434. Labov, William June 1972. Academic Ignorance and Black Intelligence. The Atlantic. Retrieved March 28, 2015. Anderson, Oyvind May 9, 2007. Indeterminacy, Context, Economy, and Well-Formedness in Specialist Communication. Indeterminacy in Terminology and LSP, Studies in Honor of Harry Bird picked PDF. John Benjamin's Publishing Company. ISBN 978-90-272-2332-6. Armstrong, Eric January 2007. Book Review The Atlas of North American English, Phonetics, Phonology and Sound Change by William Labov, Sharon Ash, and Charles Boberg. Voice and Speech Review. 5.1, 394-395. doi 10.10823263.2007.10769800. ISSN 2326-8263. S2 SID 1616714007. Pratt, Mary Louise 1977. Natural Narrative PDF. Tour de Speech Act Theory of Literary Discourse. Bloomington, Indiana, Indiana University Press. Archived PDF from the original on March 27, 2023. Anderwald, Lieselot June 2, 2016. Language Between Description and Prescription, Verbs and Verb Categories in 19th Century Grammars of English. Oxford University Press. ISBN 978-0-19-027068-1. Goldstein, Diane E. Rethinking Ventriloquism, Untellability, Chaotic Narratives, Social Justice, and the Choice to Speak For, About, and Without. Journal of Folklore Research 49.2 2012, 179-198. Lewis Krauss, Gideon January 12, 2016. The Trials of Alice Goffman. The New York Times Magazine. William Bill Labov Obituary 2024. Goldstein's Rosenberg's Funeral Directors. Retrieved December 21, 2024. Conde, Jimena December 24, 2024. William Labov, father of sociolinguistics who studied the Philadelphia accent, dies at 97. Philadelphia Inquirer. Retrieved December 24, 2024.
Mics on the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in a binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No light, no flame, just the sound we crave. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Hidden in shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, the world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go. Pure and raw. Pure and raw. Turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Pure and raw.
Play.